I stayed in this car park last night. It's a pretty cool place. It's quite quiet because it's free parking from 6 to 7 in the morning, so I've had to get up quite early to put a ticket on. It's right by this huge hotel. I can't pronounce it. It's like Grand Giessbach. I mean, I'll put it up at the bottom again. There's a big waterfall by it which I can hear. There's a few signs, but I can't really work them out. The good thing with waterfalls is you can follow the noise. You normally end up by it. So I'm just walking down this path. It's quite an overcast day actually, so I haven't bothered getting up early to catch the sunrise. Really, it's not really worth it. So what I'll probably do is come down and have a look at the waterfall, and then make my way up to Grindelwald afterwards. Right, apologies for the noise, can't do much about it, I'm afraid. Awesome place. There's obviously the waterfall, and this is the hotel. So yeah, cool place to stay in there. Just got a bit of cloud, you probably can't see it. That white bit there, which is just a bit of low-lying cloud over the lake there. So I'm probably going to get some shots here, and then there's a path that I went up by accident yesterday which takes you right to the top, and then I'll probably fly the drone and try and get some of the cloud over the lake and things like that. So I'll set up here and see what we can do with the waterfall. Right, apologies for the noise again. I've set up with a portrait shot, which is probably a classic kind of shot people go for. Because it's quite dark still, I don't actually have to use an ND filter. If I put the camera up to f22, which is going to make the image a bit soft, but you're going to get softness in the water anyway, so it's not too bad. I'm getting about 10-second exposure on an ISO of 50, so basically I don't have to use any ND filters, so I'm not going to ruin the colours. It's going to be natural, and all I'm going to do is take about 5-6 shots at 10 seconds. And if I need any more movement in the water, I can stitch them together. It should work quite well, but I've ranged from about f8 up to f22, which is giving me ranges of about half a second up to 10 seconds. So at the moment it's really good light for it, because it's still quite damp, so the colours are quite saturated, and like I say, you don't actually have to use a filter on there. You can't see too much movement in the water. You can get a general gist of how it's going to come out. So forget the waterfall for a minute, the colours in this scene are absolutely stunning. Look how golden that tree is in the hotel. I've taken a HDR of this, so I think it's going to be the best image here, to be honest. Well, I made up to this lookout. It's not far. You can keep on going up the road to get higher again, but I think there's 2 more levels. But you've got all these trees up there, and it looks like at this point I can miss most of them. Sun's just starting to break through the clouds now and hit some of the houses down there at the town. I think that's BN or I'll put it up because I've forgotten what it's called. I think something like that. And Interlaken's around to the left there more. So I'm gonna fly the drone from here and just go across the lake really and see what images we can get. arrived at Grindelwald. I've gone actually up through the village. It's just down there, up to this car park at the top by this huge peak. I've sorted the van out. I've got my camping, hiking stuff ready, so I'm going to go down and catch the first cable cart lift or gondola. Takes you to first station, which is about 2,300 meters, and then from that point I'm going to walk to a lake called Lake Bachalpsee, I think. Alpski. I'll write it on the bottom again because I'm going to get it totally wrong. Going to hike up there and try and camp by the lake tonight, or get some of the sunset at least anyway, and then pitch the tent somewhere close by. So I'll head down to the gondola now, and I'll see you at the top. Woohoo! On the gondola. Just getting up to first station. See what, the parking is an absolute nightmare here. It's 25 francs it was for 24 hours, so at least I could find somewhere for 24 hours. I wasn't sure I could for a while. And it's 60 francs to go up on the gondola and back, so or back tomorrow, so it's not the cheapest, but yeah, really looking forward to it. It should be really cool. Can't wait to get to the top. I think I've got about an hour's walk to the lake, so it's only about 3 o'clock, so there'll be loads of time to have a little wander around before sunset, so I'll see what I can get up there. And this epic cliff walk up here. Kind of want to fly the drone off it and take a picture out from it, looking into it. I think I will in a minute, but it's not really the most ideal place to do it. There's quite a few people here, so probably try it down that end any minute. I'll probably get away with it. Up this end though, it's a bit busy. I think there's a glass floor at the end of this one, not 100% sure, but yeah, interesting to find out. Right, I've made it to the lake. This is one part of it. There's a kind of bit between them, and there's another reservoir behind it. You can get shots of it from further up, but this one's a more open one, so I've come here. I've got the camera set up just there doing a time lapse just of these peaks here. I think that's a Matterweiser or something like that. This one here, although I'll write down what they are when I find out on the actual video. The pit scene from over there is really cool, but I've just come over here. I was just putting the tent up, and I've noticed that the reflections here are absolutely amazing, better than the other side. So when the time lapse is finished, which hopefully will be in a few minutes, I'll probably bring the camera over here, take some more pictures from this end. The time lapse I'm doing, I've taken a few HDRs from over there. The time lapse I'm doing, I'm not doing HDRs because it's going to take up so much room. So what I'm doing is I've got a polarizer, an ND filter and a graduated filter all stacked on top of each other. I'm zooming in quite a lot, so it's getting rid of all the vignetting that would be there otherwise, so it's not an issue. Started on about 2 seconds exposure. Got the Genie on, so it's automatically doing it. It's gone up to about 6 seconds now, so it's going to be about right, I reckon. Hopefully the lake will be smooth in the time lapse, and it'll come out quite nicely. So like I say, it's an awesome place. It's about, say, 40 minutes from the top of the cable car. You've got to go into Grindelwald, get the first, it's called, cable car, and then you stay on it for 3 stops. You get off the very top, and then you get to this awesome lake after about a 45-minute walk. So it's not too bad. The first bit's a bit steep. After that, it's just quite a nice stroll. So if I can manage it with all the tent and all the camera equipment, I'm not exactly very fit. I'm sure you can. Right, I've come a bit further around from where I was before. I was just by those stones. The reflections here just a bit less kind of broken up by the ripples in the water, so it gives a bit of a better image. You can just about see on the very top, probably not on this phone, but just about see the red light hitting it, but it's too cloudy to kind of shine through. So hopefully over the next 10 minutes the colour's going to improve. I've come quite low with the shot, just shooting mainly to get the ripples in the lake. Again, I'm doing my favourite HDRs. The reason I like HDRs so much is because you can always use the image from the centre exposure, the middle exposure, as a normal picture. So you just set up how you would normally with your filters and everything, and you know, get everything how you want it. And if you shoot HDR, if you can't get it to work, the middle exposure, you've got another 2 either side to stitch. So I call it HDR all the time, but it's just bracketing really. You don't have to HDR them, you can use them multiple ways. Just going to stay here now. I'm not going to move the position. I might put the drone up in the sky again. There's another photographer over there, so I'm not going to be flying down the lake. I don't want to get in his view. I'll probably just go high up and maybe see if I can get above the clouds or anything like that. They don't look too high, so just see if I can get anything different. The main focus I'm going to be all the time though is on the camera down here, so trying to get the shot. So I'll see you in a minute.